Time for another edition of Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Bradley Meyer of the Okoboji Wellness Clinic. Boy, we could do this a while because we've got a special guest today, and we could probably have a 2-hour show today, but we got to keep it to about 10, 15 minutes. And Dr. Bradley Meyer, you have been busy.
Oh, wow. It's been awesome, Dave. We've been really busy, and we're blessed to have Dr. Dan Gubler and the 3 team. We had a great event at the clinic last night talking about an incredible group of tools. We always talk, Dave, about having a really good set of tools to help that body get on the healing path. And this set of nutraceuticals and supplements that we are blessed to have Dr. Dan come in with and talk about last night is one of the most exciting group supplement lines that I've been a part of. Very unique, and Dan's with us today, and he's Caltech trained in biochemistry, comes here from Utah, and he's on a tour through the state of Iowa to talk more about this incredible nutraceutical line.
Well, Dr. Dan Gubler, welcome. Glad to have you with us today. So let me fire off some questions right away for you. I was telling you that when I was a kid, you went into the grocery store, the cereal aisle was about 3 feet wide. You probably had your choice between Cheerios and Wheaties and Raisin Bran, and that was about it. Now you go into the grocery store and that cereal aisle is about the size of a football field. Same thing for supplements. You go to any type of significant store and the supplement aisle is massive. What's the difference?
Yeah, Dave, thank you so much for having me on this morning. Great to be with Dr. Meyer. You're right. Supplements have exploded, and it's so easy now to make a supplement line. You know, you and I could get together, Dave, and we could talk to a contract manufacturer, and we could say, hey, make us a supplement for whatever. They make it for us. We slap our label on, and you and I could market it right away. It's easy to do. The problem is, in the supplement industry, it's the insanity cycle. Everybody's using the same ingredients, and health isn't getting any better. And, you know, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So we're firmly caught in this insanity cycle. People are using the same ingredients, low quality. They're not using efficacious doses. And there's really nothing innovative about it. What we do at our company, we travel around the world discovering new molecules from plants. There's 600,000 species of plants on the earth. Less than 5% of them have been studied for their bioactive molecules. And that's a problem, that everybody's using the same thing. Here at 3, we use new molecules from plants in our supplements to get new, powerful results.
So let me ask you this. There's a lot of people that get into supplements. It becomes kind of their thing, and they're taking, who knows, maybe a dozen supplements a day. Is your company into that? Is there a multivitamin? What's the best way to go about taking supplements?
In our company, we sell 6 products right now. You don't need a ton of supplements. You need supplements to help with foundational health. You mentioned a multivitamin, Dave. We have a product that gives you all the vitamins, minerals, enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, postbiotics, chlorophyll, and everything that the body needs for proper function. We have a product to support a healthy inflammatory status in the body, a product for immune health, a product for beauty from within, and an antioxidant, anti-aging product. And really, when you think about it, those are kind of what you need in order to be healthy. You don't need to take a Dixie cup full of tablets and capsules in order to be healthy. It's not that complicated.
So let me ask you this. There are people that I have actually seen doing supplement research that they will say that, you know what, long term, the benefits are of supplements just aren't there. Don't even bother with it.
When it comes to supplements, most supplement companies, they don't do research, clinical research on their products because the FDA doesn't, you don't need to do research like you would if you have a pharmaceutical drug. All of our products are backed by clinical studies showing that they actually work in the body. And most importantly, we have a clinical study showing that our supplements are absorbed into the body, because you aren't what you eat, you are what you actually absorb.
So let me ask you this. I understand you have a pharmaceutical background. So tell me about the transition from the pharmaceutical industry to supplements and what you're doing now.
That's right. So I was trained as a pharmaceutical chemist. I'm a synthetic organic chemist. That's my specialty. And so I was working with pharmaceutical companies to develop drugs. And I remember one day clearly when I was researching a drug, they gave me a big stack of documents for me to use as a resource to develop this, to synthesize this drug. And I remember, like it was yesterday, looking at that packet, and I remember looking at a study where they showed that the target that my drug was to match, there was actually a molecule from a plant that did the same thing. And it just hit me like a load of bricks. I'm like, why am I synthetically developing a drug that has a lot of side effects, as we know with pharmaceutical drugs, when there's a molecule from a plant that already does the same thing? So from that experience, I left. Shortly after that, I left the pharmaceutical industry, and I started researching and studying natural molecules from plants that could help improve health without the negative side effects that we see with pharmaceutical drugs.
You know, that's really interesting, because if we look at some of the things historically that have been done by, well, I'll tell you what, I watched some videos of people that use, for example, like honey for different things, lemon juice for different things. There are a lot of things that historically in the past have been used for healing.
That's right. You know, good food is medicine. You talk about honey, apple cider vinegar. Even the foods that we eat or we should eat. Broccoli contains beautiful molecules called sulforaphanes. We won't get too geeky, but broccoli has molecules that can help with anti-aging, that can help with pollution. You talked about honey, papaya, watermelon, Brussels sprouts. We go through the list. You know, good food is medicine. And it's interesting, 50% of all pharmaceutical drugs, these drugs actually originate from molecules found in plants. And so we really need to get back to eating good food. You think about the modern processed diet that most of us eat. If we eat that modern processed diet, we can go an entire day without eating any natural molecules from plants that can have medicinal properties for the body.
Wow, that's incredible. Did not know that. So we can go through the entire day and have absolutely no nutritional value whatsoever.
Yeah, you think about it. If you go through a drive-through and you get your coffee and you get a muffin or you get a breakfast sandwich or something like that from a fast food joint, and there's really no medicinal value, no natural molecules from plants in that. Then you have a New York slice of pizza for lunch. Again, no medicinal value really in that. And then you get home, you're tired, the kids are going crazy, you just want to dish up a quick meal, you throw in a frozen lasagna or something like that with some dinner rolls. Again, nothing medicinal in that. You put the kids to bed. You finally are able to relax. You sit in front of the TV. You pull out your favorite tub of ice cream. Do, therapy, right? And again, nothing medicinal in that. So you have gone an entire day eating no medicinal molecules from plants.
Wow. So as you look at the health landscape today, as our country goes, and so we're going to put you in charge of the entire health system in our country for a day. We've heard with the hearings with Robert Kennedy the fact that our nation, the amount of profits that our nation gives to the pharmaceutical industry for what we get back in health care is pretty minuscule compared to some other countries like Japan, for instance. So what in the world is Japan doing to have such a better health outcome than we in the United States do?
When you go to Japan, and I was actually there 2 weeks ago, researching a really cool molecule from a plant that we're going to launch a new product on here in a few months. When you look at Japan and you sit down at a meal, everything is medicinal, from the miso to the authentic soy sauce to the fish that you're eating to the seaweed. Japan has not strayed too far from eating medicinal foods. And that's because of research in Japan. They still focus on providing great value to the food supply chain. They have really stringent qualities on how the food is produced, the pesticides that are used. They take a lot of pride and care in making sure that the soil on which the crops are farmed is rich in nutrients. And so we need to do that. We need to get back to the basics. We need to make sure that research money is poured not into pharmaceutical companies, which is focused on reactive wellness, but research is focused on proactive wellness, meaning we need to pull that into the basics that we should be taking into our body every single day, which is the whole natural foods that contain these medicinal molecules.
Help people stay well.
That's right.
Yeah. Dr. Dan Gubler, boy, like I said, we could go on for hours. I love to talk about this stuff. So if you had any type of advice, and I believe, could you give us your website so we could take a look, or does Dr. Meyer have your products? What's the best way to find your products?
So you can find our products on our website. It's www.3international.com, 3 like the number. And we share a lot of information. I share a lot of information on my Instagram account. I have 180,000 followers. That's Dr. Dan Gubler, Gubler. So I share health tips every single day on that. And those are the 2 major resources that you can go to find more about our company and more about what we share, simple, actionable tips to be healthy.
And then if Dave, if the folks want to come on over to the wellness clinic, we can get you exposed and get you going on these amazing products. So, the team, the staff here, we're all familiar with the products and would be happy to kind of walk you through what we use them for. They're on the front entryway to our clinic. Just beautiful products that, like I said, it's a product that I'm proud to carry, and it's a powerful group of nutraceutical supplement tools. So, and you can I think Jeremy's got them up on our website as well. Some information on 3. So those would be great places to start.
One thing I think I found most interesting is you don't have 60 things to choose from. I think you said 6.
Correct.
That's amazing. Dr. Meyer, I think that is a lot of what has proven to be successful is if you can keep it simple, it seems to be a little bit more effective, and it looks like this company with Dr. Dan Gubler has done that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nothing occurs in a vacuum. So, you could take these products and go eat your Arby's all day long. That's kind of defeating the purpose. So
right.
The same thing goes. It's a lifestyle switch, and sometimes we'll walk alongside you, teach you baby steps it takes sometimes, because we enter this new age of wellness and understanding of the world that we've lived in for all these years is full of a lot more toxins than we realize. So it's a process, and but again, a vacuum by itself, you gotta throw in that healthy lifestyle with it. Other modalities like we do here, ozone therapy, hyperbaric therapy, all these things that support the weak links in the body. Ultimately, these products are trying to find where there might be weak links and support, because as Dr. Dan was saying, right now our food supply is so depleted that we can't get what we need through that food supply in most cases to help our bodies rebuild. And our bodies are in a constant catabolic state where they break down during the day, and at night they're supposed to build them back up. But if we don't have the tools from a molecular perspective, whether it's enough energy or oxygen through hyperbarics and ozone, or we don't have the right nutraceutical vitamins, nutrient, mineral support, those are all the cogs in the wheel to make that body, to heal those weak links, to get the body back into that healing mode. So it all works together, a beautiful symphony, and it's a beautiful process when you start. But one thing I will tell you is, even starting with one aspect, you change your diet, and you start with a really good product and maybe some hyperbaric therapy. I've had countless folks that just have made a few changes to start, and they start to feel a big difference. And that's motivating. And then they're ready to take the next step.
Absolutely. Well, I think you're both on a very similar mission. I know you want people to be well, to stay well. I know certainly if somebody comes and sees you and they've got bronchitis, you're probably going to give them an antibiotic. I know you do that as well, so that's reactive medicine. But it sounds like the proactive medicine that you're both involved in, trying to get people well and help them stay well. That's the mission that I think the whole Make America Healthy Again thing is about, is that we're not so reactive, but maybe a little more proactive.
Absolutely. Well put, Dave, completely. And so, like, sometimes there's a time and a place, like we talk about, if we're up against the wall and we may need an antibiotic, and that's why, the integrative practice of medicine is so critical, being a bridge between the traditional and holistic realms. Sometimes we need to marry the two systems or integrate them, and they really need to work together instead of in separate veins, because I think we can achieve even greater things for America and our overall wellness by going down that road.
Cool stuff. Well, Dr. Dan Gubler, thank you for sharing your expertise and your knowledge about the supplement world. And Dr. Meyer, you have had a lot of stuff going on. How do people get over there and see you?
Please give us a call at 712-339-6024. Again, you can visit our website, okobojwellness.com. And we're at 3305 Berquist Avenue in Spirit Lake, just off Highway 71. If you're interested in doing a discovery call with me, that's complimentary. The girls can get you scheduled. Just give us a call, and it's a 15-minute discussion about where you're at and where you want to go and how we can support you.
Very good. Thank you both so much. Appreciate it. Have a great day, and we'll visit again soon.
Sounds great, Dave. Be well, everybody.
Thank you very much. Dr. Bradley Meyer and Dr. Dan Gubler with us today, talking supplement world, what to do for yourself, and Dr. Bradley Meyer adding another tool to the tool belt. You can find out more at OkobojiWellnessClinic.com.